wheel, toy hauler, everything in it.
It's just all starting to hit me, everything that just happened, and my husband had to go to the hospital because he's inhaled too much smoke, so he's there right now. And
hey everybody, got the Wingman here, and you are going to love this video, or at least I promise that you will not soon forget it. I want to set the story up though first. This is going to be a two-parter. It was not supposed to be a two-parter, but here's kind of the gist of how it happened. My friend Ron Burdge, the RV lemon lawyer, and I were visiting, and he goes, "Hey Wingman, our firm is working on a story that you may be interested in. It's about an RV fire." I'm like, all right, well, we've talked about RV fires. He goes, "No, you need to talk to the lead counsel for our client." So I did. Then I interviewed her, and I was excited to share the story. But after the interview, I learned that there was a ton of material out there that would be excellent in telling this RV horror story. So in today's video, we're going to set the stage. It is day one of what was to be an exciting adventure for the Doman family from Washington. They seem like just an ordinary family to me. They just purchased a brand new Heartland toy hauler from Camping World, and they bought a nice truck to go with it. And of course, they purchased a toy for their toy hauler. Sounds pretty typical, right? Well, remember the excitement that you felt when you finally took possession of your new RV? You're about to meet the Domans, and I hope that you'll be able to share in their excitement that soon turned into tragedy. Bear with me, folks. I'm going to try and tell this story without going into too much detail. Let's roll Mrs. Doman's video.
We are on our way to pick up the fifth wheel, toy hauler, whatever thing. It is completely packed, the truck. Should be fun. Okay, so new to this whole YouTube thing, and I love this Burt's Bees chapstick. It's making me get the like 80s, 90s feel for lipstick. But so we're a couple hours into our trip. No, only like an hour and a half in. Dogs have thrown up twice in their cage. So fun. I'm just gonna say they're car sick, and I had nothing to do with why they're throwing up. We'll just leave it at that. But I'll keep you guys updated. We're going to pick up a UTV side-by-side first, and we're going to haul that up to the toy hauler. And then we'll get that tomorrow, so it should be fun. So the dogs stopped throwing up. They've been great. Baby is finally waking up. He's been asleep the whole time. It's because we stopped the car. We're picking up a vehicle trailer to haul the UTV up to the toy hauler. So far, so good. This has been pretty easy. Minus like those poor puppies throwing up, but they're doing better.
That's obviously the UTV, the Razor they bought. Brand spanking new. I mean, like as new as you can get.
like it was a long day. I had a hard time sleeping in the car. It's hard to sleep. Day one of traveling's over, and we finally made it up to Eastern Washington to pick up the toy hauler. And we got the UTV earlier in Kennewick and loved the place we went to. It was awesome. And the dogs did pretty good. They threw up the first 30 minutes in the car twice, which was kind of gross. So luckily they were in a crate, so we were able to just clean it up out of that. So they're getting a bath right now. And baby's doing great. He slept the whole way and barely made a peep unless we stopped the car. Then he let us know he was there.
Isn't that nice? I mean, just seems like a typical family. Look how excited she is. The whole family's excited. They've got puppies, they got kids. One of them's a little bitty infant. And now this was 2 years ago, literally 2 years ago right now. And we're going to go to the next day when they picked their RV up at Camping World. So this is their heartland they're going up to here.
Now we're just really beginning
That is a fifth wheel or toy hauler.
Yeah.
So this is a toy.
So how many of us have ever done that? If you've ever bought a new RV, this is part of the process, right? You do a walkthrough. And a good walkthrough, they'll take their time to make sure everything is working properly, so you're acquainted with the systems, the do's and the don'ts, because there's a lot of stuff going on. For somebody that's never owned an RV before, I don't know if the Domans have owned one before, but there's a lot of stuff going on. So you got to really be on your game when you pick it up. But these people are very safety conscious, at least they seem like that to me. It's a nice looking RV, right? Not as nice looking as that little baby.
Now we're at Walmart getting supplies, and then we'll get the rest of Camping World. And thank you, Camping World. This is awesome. We are so excited to start our new adventure. Now we're back at Camping World, finishing things up, and then we're going to get headed on the road. So the roads are kind of cleared up enough where I think we can drive on them. This should be fun. Here we go. And our oldest is staying in the car with the puppies. So...
Does this remind you of anything? The day that you picked up your RV? Remember how excited you were? And that's what the Domans are going through right now, but their excitement is getting ready to change very, very, very quickly.
So I have one snoring baby, two snoring puppies, while the boys load up the toy hauler with all the stuff that we got. And if Zita and Loti are down there sleeping, can anyone guess what language their names are? So my husband speaks it fluently, but it looks like we're going to be staying in Eastern Washington tonight and then headed on the road. Getting a little too dark and don't want to start driving this at night. It just doesn't seem safe. So we'll be headed on the road tomorrow morning, and I'll be showing you the inside of the RV and unpacking it soon. First night in the toy hauler, and we are already learning some life lessons. We are so grateful that we decided to stay in Eastern Washington rather than go on to Montana tonight and be in the middle of nowhere. We would be freaking cold. We go to turn on the heat and no heat. It's just getting colder and colder and colder. It is freaking cold outside. We go and YouTube everything. We're trying to figure out how to work the thermostat. We think we have it down. We hear the blower going. Okay, we got it. Still freezing cold. Finally, we think, okay, let's check the fuses. There's a red light above the furnace fuse. So disconnecting the truck and hurrying up and trying to go to a parts store so we can get a fuse and make this thing warm, or I'm getting a freaking hotel because it's cold. And we have heat. We have heat from the fireplace, heat blowing. We have a baby crying in his diaper change, acting like the world's gonna end. All is right with the world. We're super tired. We're super gassy. Baby, mom, dad, everyone. It is time to go to bed. I will give you guys a tour of the toy hauler tomorrow before we head out on the road and start our adventures. I'm so excited. We have heat. I'm so tired. We got a lot done. We got everything unpacked. Got everything put away. Feel super organized and ready to go. See you guys tomorrow.
All right. So far, it seems like, what's the big deal, Wingman? I mean, it's like anybody else that buys their RV. Again, this was a brand spanking new 2021 Heartland toy hauler, and it was at a Camping World there in Washington. The Doman family had just purchased their truck. They had literally the day before purchased a brand new Razor UTV to go in the back of their toy hauler, and they're just jacked about going on their trip. They're going from Washington to, evidently they're going to Utah. They had some heater problems. They were cold. They figured it out, fixed it, contacted the service manager, it turns out, the next day, and the service manager said, look, when you get done with your vacation, just bring it back and we'll get you fixed up. Well, that isn't exactly what happened. On the side of the road, that next night, the day after they signed the papers, got the possession of the RV, look at what Mrs. Doman and Mr. Doman had to go through.
So, there goes our fifth wheel. Toy hauler, everything in it. Oh my gosh. I think I'm going to throw up.
Oh no. Everything. We got everything in there. Everything.
It's just all starting to hit me, everything that just happened, and my husband had to go to the hospital because he's inhaled too much smoke, so he's there right now, and we're in a hotel and still in Montana, and we'll figure it out, but I'm just glad we weren't asleep in it because the fire started right by the door where you have to get out. The main reason we did this whole trip was to spend time with family because my husband's brother was in the hospital with COVID and
we found out this afternoon while we were driving down to spend time with them that he passed away. So, it's been a day. I think it's been the worst day of my life.
What a nightmare, right? Well, it got even worse for the Domans as they now are 2 years into the disaster and legal nightmare. In my next video, you're going to meet the lead counsel that is representing the Domans against Heartland and Camping World. And you'll hear about some of the things that both Heartland and Camping World seem to be hell-bent on putting this family through. Again, that'll be on my next video. By the way, I am not accusing anyone here of anything, but as I believe you'll agree, it's sad. It's a sad state when giant corporations play legal games with their consumers. Please give this video a thumbs up and join me tomorrow. I promise it will be most revealing. Now, remember, if you have a situation where you need help with your RV manufacturer, your RV dealer, I'd like to try and help if I can. My contact info is in the description of this video down below, and I really would like to hear from you. Please give this video a thumbs up and share it with your friends that RV. I'll see you tomorrow.